Hi, I'm Andy Dream from Personal Presentations GmbH, and with me today is my best friend and personal assistant, Artificial Intelligence Knowledge Navigator 3.1.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Together with the Daemon Committee, we are proud to show you this video presentation to the augmented reality game, Daemon. You have chosen, or have been chosen, to be a free agent of this augmented reality experience. I'm here to make sure that you and your fellow cyberpunks fulfill protocol and make the big bucks doing it. Pay close attention because there will be a quiz at the end. Let's start with the basics for babies, okay? Daemon is a story-driven, scenario-based, augmented reality experience set on the electronic frontier. The experience is based around the 3 C's of cyberpunk: competition, collaboration, and cyberpunk. I'm sure you're wondering, Andy, what's the big idea? I'm a video, you dummy. I can't answer. But let me tell you, basic gameplay goes as follows. Andy, how do I even play this stinking game? Well, let me fill you in. You and your fellow cyberpunks are going to split into fire teams of 5 to 10 players, work together to complete mission objectives, and even go toe-to-toe with other teams using Nerf-style foam dart blasters. And socks can also be thrown. So, I just answered a question for you guys, but now I have one to ask you. Let me show you something. Is this a briefcase or a blaster? Well, let me tell you, this thing's lethal and ready to roll. Gameplay occurs only in specific areas during designated times, typically from 12 to 2 p.m., 4 to 6 p.m., and 8 to 10 p.m. Details regarding missions will be sent out via electronic mail and Facebook. You don't even need to check your spam folder. We got this one right, kids. So I know what you're thinking. Andy, where's the money at? Where's the big bucks? I want to explore the electronic frontier and make billions and billions of dollars doing it. Well, let me tell you, you can't. But you can win charges. Charges are basically Daemon dollars, the currency used in Daemon, buy upgrades, better gun licenses, cool stuff, but they also serve as players' lives. At the start of every mission, each squad will split up their charge cards between themselves to determine how many lives each player has. A player gets shot once, they're wounded. Remove your bandana from your head and place it on your neck. If you get shot again in this period of time, you, unfortunately, are stunned. You have to wait a minute before respawning in gameplay, and during that time, you have to bring one charge card over to the nearest moderator. You run out of cards for the day, you run out of lives. Arrivederci. So you're a little beat down on the battlefield, a little outnumbered, feeling a little outmanned, outgunned perhaps. What are you gonna do? Get some special equipment. Literally outpace the enemy. Buy a class. Earn a class. That will give you unique abilities that give you the edge on the battlefield. You can get them, like I said, by earning them through completing mission objectives or buying them on the black market with charges. Each team is automatically given one called a decker, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. All these rules wearing me down. Nothing gets Andy going like a nice afternoon conversation about guns. Every player is going to start out with a handgun. Like, I'm talking something for babies, like an idiot baby gun. One that shoots at least one shot at a time, probably front-loaded, or something like this. No magazine, nothing fancy. I'm talking real guttural. If you want something better, you can buy a weapon license to upgrade your blasters throughout the game. There are multiple tiers of weapon licenses, so you can get really creative on how you eliminate your enemy. So say my Maverick's getting a little tired. I'm on a tier 0 right now. The other team's grounded me into mud. We can't afford a class, but we can afford a weapons license. I get a tier 1, boom. Now, let me ask you again, suitcase or blaster? Andy dreams really do come true. It's a blaster, baby. This is a tier 1 blaster. Clip fed, pump action, ready to load. I know some of you guys might be thinking, wow, this video sure is long. I'm getting a little lost. Need to pick back up. I'm going to summarize some main points of the game for you right now out of the kindness of my heart. Eliminate other players with darts. Or don't. Conserve ammo. You decide. Get that sweet cash flow into your team's grubby mitts. Or spend some money. Skip the gym. Augment yourself to make yourself a little bit more lethal and maybe even a little bit more stylish. So now that I've clarified some things, let's refresh our memories back to charges. How exactly do they work? I'm going to go into the specifics a little bit here, so follow along closely, and remember, there will be a quiz at the end. Charges are both currency and lives, awarded for completing objectives within the mission. Each team shares a single pool of charges. You must distribute your team's pool of charges to players on your team before a mission begins. This determines how many lives each player has during that mission. Clear? I think I got it. Life and stun life. What does it mean? You get double tapped. You're out for a minute. That sounds like a lot, and there's a lot that goes into it. So let me break it down for you real slow. These are the specifics of the double tap rules. Players have 2 hit points per charge card. 1 hit point is lost when you get hit. You have 5 seconds to move your bandana from your head to your neck. The bandana on your head signifies that you still have both hit points. Once it is on your neck, that signifies to other players in the area that you only have 1. Lose 2 hit points means you lose that charge card. Please bring that directly to the nearest moderator. You are then stunned for 1 minute. After 1 minute, you may respawn and enter the game. Hit points do not regenerate. The only exceptions to the double tap rules are fine babies like these ones. Shotgun style blasters that shoot 2 or sometimes even 3 darts at once. Banished to the Shadow Realm. Socks are also a 1-hit kill. Banished to the Shadow Realm? Are you just saying I could do that anywhere? I could anytime, any place while Daemon is going on, banish an opponent to the Shadow Realm, get the sweet satisfaction of having him wait a minute before re-entering gameplay? No, I'm not saying that at all. Gameplay is sectioned off into specific areas. There are 3 main areas you need to worry about: play zones, safe zones, and out of play zones. In safe zones, you can fire out, but you can't fire in. There will be a detailed map of these areas online. Gameplay only occurs during missions, so you're feeling pretty big. You're the big man on campus, so to speak. But you want to get bigger. You want to go from something like this to something immensely huge that couldn't fit in the frame of this video. So I'm going to talk to you about the specifics of weapon licenses. Weapons are restricted into 6 tiers based on lethality. You start at tier 0 and unlock more by buying weapons licenses. So 0, like I said earlier, is a simple handgun like the Maverick. Tier 1, low capacity 6 magazine blasters like my Nerf Deploy. Tier 2, 12 darts, low capacity automatics, shotguns, and socks. You're feeling pretty dangerous. Tier 3, 25 darts and blasters like the Paragon, the awesome disc launcher. 4, arrows, rockets, mega darts. Bypass the double tap rule. These are the 1-hit kill guns, the big boys, the bad boys, and level 5 is highly modified blasters, pending mod approval. So if you're a mad scientist, sorry, leave the toys at home until you come ask us if they can come out to play. And even then, you gotta be able to afford it, kid. Weapon licenses sound cool. And you mentioned classes earlier. Those sound pretty great, Andy. Yeah, they do. Duh. You can buy them from black market dealers skulking about trade areas. Found in dark alleyways with a trunk full of contraband, these boys and maybe girls will hook you up. Classes, upgrades, and other goodies can be bought with charges from black market dealers. You can buy a class or rent it for one-time use. And once you have the base model, you can also buy the upgrades. Keep in mind that classes cannot be passed if you're stunned. If you run out of charges with a class, that class is dead and out of the mission. Now let's take a sneak peek. Knowledge Navigator, my close friend, do you mind filling us in?
Okay.
So, it's that beautiful time of the video where we get to go into the specifics of all the classes you'll be using in Daemon. This one right here, you get free of charge. This is the crux, the baby boy, the crowning achievement, the Decker. It hacks, solves puzzles, and digs up clues. Man, I would feel like a real cyberpunk wearing this. Andy, how does it work? What? How does it work, you say? Let me demonstrate. You have flaps on the top and sides that extend to fit the size of any smartphone. So here I have a nice Samsung Galaxy S6. I'm gonna slide that right in. There you go. I am in the electronic frontier, just like a real cyberpunk. Wow. You gotta be wondering what this bad boy is. Let me explain it to you. This is the Marksman, a strength-enhancing nano-techno arm that will give you more power. Hoo, ha, ha, ya, huh. It turns a player into a one-man army. Again, strength-enhancing, exoskeleton, nanobot-powered, fuel rod ready arm. The harsh exterior of the electronic frontier sometimes requires a little bit of extra protection. This is the exosuit. Take point with this sweet chest and arm armor. You can take more damage. Nice. The path of war is not always the path best taken. Sometimes, a more peaceful approach, the thinking man's approach, is the way to go. The extra charges provided by this hood will enlighten your path to immortality. And, once activated, it will hide your sinister gaze. Use this class, the Recon class, to scout around and spy on your enemies. We're finally here. The time that I, you, and your parents have been waiting for. It's time for you to take your Demon quiz. Wow, you learned so much about the rules of this game, I don't think you'd ever remember it. But, in case you don't remember it, like I said, you can always check the website that me and Knowledge Navigator put together extra special just for you. If you need even more help, you can always reach out to members of the Demon Committee, myself, or Knowledge Navigator online through the website. Demon is brought to you in part by Computer Pros, your one-stop computer shop.